3, 2, 1. Knock, knock, freedom rings.
'Cause Murica.
Okay, so this week we did some 1950s shenanigans. Patrick, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll start us off with the affluent society. At the end of World War II, led to an era of wealth and spending in the 1950s. The war stimulated the economy and ended the Great Depression. High wages served paid for soldiers, and war bonds and investments gave Americans money to spend. The economic boom allowed Americans to enjoy the highest standard of living. Consumerism returned in the 1950s because, for the first time since the 1920s, Americans had money and access to consumer goods. So people rushed to buy new goods like cars, TVs, and hi-fi record players. Credit became available. The first credit card was created. Advertisers used newspaper ads, radio, and new TV commercials to market goods to Americans. Franchises offered people across the country the same products. Americans produced a baby boom in the 1950s, led to the largest generation in U.S. history. The return of soldiers from war led to an increase in marriages and a rise in birth rate. The baby boom led to a demand for new baby products, schools, and homes for growing families.
All right. So with the lifestyle change in America, the people migrated to the suburbs in the 1950s. The majority of Americans worked in cities but wanted the security of the suburbs for their families. The suburbs offered a peace of mind, affordable homes, and good schools. The GI Bill of Rights offered returning soldiers cheap loans for new homes and tuition for college. The desire for homes in the suburbs led to massive communities like Levittown in New York. Suburbs changed the American lifestyle in ways with the increase of need for cars and highways. Churches, schools, grocery stores, shopping centers were built to service the suburbs, but the migration of the suburbs was mostly used by the white families, or the white Suburbs left African Americans in urban areas. In the 1950s, Americans bought cars in record numbers. The growth of the suburbs created advertising, easy credit, and cheap gasoline, and it led to a car boom, with Congress added 41,000 miles of expressway in the Interstate Highway Act in 1956.
Americans in the 1950s enjoyed new forms of entertainment, like television boomed as Americans watched comedies, news reports, westerns, and other varieties of shows.
And there was also, TV was conformity. The ideal man was the boss. The ideal woman was a housewife. And media promoted women as mothers and homemakers. There's also the Beat movement, which was basically a bunch of hippies. No one cares. And then, people fought civil rights and segregation laws. Brown versus Board of Education, nothing important. Knock, knock, freedom rings.
'Cause Murica.